welcome to our deep dive today.
Oh, yeah.
Where we're going to explore a place I'm betting you've heard of, but maybe haven't had the chance to fully appreciate yet.
Right.
Tonlé Sap Lake in Cambodia.
It's true.
Okay.
Tonlé Sap often gets overshadowed by the grandeur of Angkor Wat. But believe me, this lake is a destination in its own right.
Right.
And vital to Cambodia in some
Value.
pretty surprising ways.
So we've got a stack of travel articles here all about Cambodia. And they all mention Tonlé Sap as this must-see spot. But what's got me really intrigued is this idea of a lake that breathes.
Yeah.
It expands and contracts dramatically with the seasons.
Right.
What's going on there?
It's an incredible natural phenomenon driven by the Mekong River.
Okay.
Picture this during the monsoon season. The Mekong's flow actually forces the Tonlé Sap River to reverse course.
Wow.
Causing the lake to swell to almost 4 times its normal size.
4 times the size.
It's like the lake inhales during the rainy season.
Wow, that's wild.
And exhales during the dry season.
I mean, I knew lakes could change water levels.
Yeah.
But this is on a whole other scale.
Yeah.
How does that kind of shift affect the people who live around the lake?
It shapes their entire existence.
Wow.
For the communities who call Tonlé Sap home, this breathing lake isn't just a scenic backdrop.
Right.
It's their source of food.
Oh, wow.
Their transportation network.
Yeah.
Even the foundation of their homes.
It's their whole world.
They've built their lives in harmony with this incredible natural rhythm.
Speaking of homes.
Yes.
The articles mention these fascinating floating villages.
Right.
Built right on the lake.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine an entire community living on the water like that.
I know.
What's life like in a floating village?
It's truly a unique experience.
Right.
We're talking about entire villages, houses, shops, schools, even temples.
Wow.
All built on platforms that rise and fall with the lake's water level. They're not just makeshift structures either.
Oh, wow.
Many of these homes are quite elaborate.
Really?
Reflecting generations of adaptation to this extraordinary way of life.
It's like a scene out of a movie.
Right.
But this is people's everyday reality.
Exactly.
Do any of the sources mention specific villages?
They do.
That stand out for visitors?
Planetware highlights Kompong Luong near Pursat as a great place to get a genuine feel for life on the lake.
Okay.
And for those who might be pressed for time, Chong Kneas near Siem Reap offers a glimpse into this unique culture without venturing too far from the main tourist route.
So while everyone's marveling at the ancient temples of Angkor, you could be cruising through a floating village.
Exactly.
Getting a taste of a completely different side of Cambodian culture.
It's this juxtaposition that makes a trip to Cambodia so fascinating.
Yeah.
You can journey through centuries of history at Angkor Wat. And then step into a world where life is dictated by the rhythms of nature on Tonlé Sap.
I like it.
It's like experiencing 2 different worlds in one country.
This is already so much more than just another lake.
Right.
But beyond the cultural appeal, I'm also curious about the lake's biodiversity.
Sure.
Planetware mentions Tonlé Sap as being a critical habitat for a variety of species.
Yeah.
Including the endangered Irrawaddy dolphins.
That's right.
Okay.
Tonlé Sap is considered one of the most productive freshwater ecosystems in the world.
Wow.
Those flooded forests we talked about, they act as a giant fish nursery, supporting a huge number of species, which in turn sustain the entire food web, including those iconic Irrawaddy dolphins.
Wow. So this breathing lake isn't just a visual spectacle.
Nope.
It's the engine that drives a whole ecosystem.
Exactly.
And that brings us back to the importance of responsible tourism, right?
Absolutely.
Because with such a delicate balance, any influx of visitors could have unintended consequences.
And that's where things get complicated.
Right.
Cambodia is eager to welcome tourists.
The revenue is vital to their economy.
Yeah, of course.
But they also recognize that without careful planning and management, tourism could put immense pressure on the very things that make Tonlé Sap so special.
It's a tough situation for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's a classic dilemma, isn't it?
It is.
How do you share something precious with the world without inadvertently harming it in the process?
Right.
That tension between tourism and conservation is something that comes up again and again in our sources.
Yeah, and it's not a simple equation to solve.
Nope.
But it seems like the key is to shift the focus from mass tourism to more sustainable models, right?
Right.
What are some examples of how that's playing out on Tonlé Sap?
Well, one approach that's gaining traction is community-based tourism.
Oh, okay.
This involved empowering local communities to manage and benefit from tourism in their areas.
Okay.
Instead of large resorts or outside operators coming in, the focus is on creating small-scale, locally run initiatives
that provide authentic experiences while directly supporting the community.
So instead of a big tour bus pulling up, you might have a local guide taking a small group out on his traditional fishing boat.
Exactly.
Sharing his knowledge of the lake and its ecosystem.
And the income generated goes directly to that guide and his family, helping to sustain their way of life and incentivize them to protect their environment.
It makes sense.
Planetware specifically mentions this model as being successful in areas like the Kompong Conservation Corridor, which, while not directly on Tonlé Sap, offers a great case study for how sustainable tourism can work.
It's like investing in the long-term health of the ecosystem by empowering the people who depend on it most.
Yeah.
But what about the threats that are already present?
Right.
We talked about overfishing earlier. Is tourism playing a role in that?
It can, both directly and indirectly.
Oh, okay, now so.
As demand for fish increases with tourism, the pressure on the lake's resources intensifies.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then there are the indirect impacts, like pollution from boats, waste disposal issues, and even the disruption of natural habitats from increased boat traffic.
So it's not just about managing the number of tourists.
No.
It's about managing their behavior and the overall impact they have on the lake's ecosystem.
It is.
The sources mention the Irrawaddy dolphins again in this context, right?
They do.
Because their survival is so closely tied to the health of the lake.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those dolphins are like a barometer for the overall health of Tonlé Sap.
Okay.
And here's where responsible tourism can actually play a positive role.
Oh, really?
The Planetware article highlights how dolphin watching tours, when conducted responsibly, have become a crucial tool for dolphin conservation.
So instead of fishing watch, local communities can earn a living by guiding tourists to see these incredible creatures in their natural habitat.
Exactly.
That's a powerful example of how tourism, when done right, can align with conservation goals.
It's about recognizing the interconnectedness of everything.
Yeah.
The health of the lake, the livelihoods of the local communities, the survival of the Irrawaddy dolphins. It's all intertwined. And responsible tourism, with its focus on minimizing negative impacts and maximizing benefits for local communities and the environment, offers a path forward.
It sounds like it's a lot about shifting mindsets.
It is.
Both on the part of the tourists and the tourism industry itself.
Absolutely.
We as travelers need to be more conscious of our impact.
We do.
And the industry needs to move away from those mass tourism models that often prioritize profit over sustainability.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
It's about moving beyond that checklist mentality of travel and embracing a more mindful approach.
I like it.
It's about asking ourselves, what kind of impact do I want to have on the places I visit?
Good question.
And choosing experiences that align with our values.
Yeah.
For example, instead of opting for the cheapest tour, maybe you choose one run by a local cooperative that invests in community projects or conservation efforts.
Right, making conscious choices.
Exactly. It's about being a responsible traveler, not just a tourist.
Absolutely.
And that involves doing a little research before you go, choosing tour operators carefully, respecting local customs, and being mindful of your footprint.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's about making informed choices that support the long-term health and well-being of the places we visit.
Yeah.
And in the case of Tonlé Sap, it's about ensuring that this extraordinary breathing lake continues to sustain both the people and the wildlife that call it home for generations to come.
It's amazing how much depth there is to Tonlé Sap.
There is.
We often hear about the importance of protecting rainforests and oceans. Yeah. But freshwater ecosystems like this are just as vital, aren't they?
They are, absolutely.
And they face their own unique challenges.
Yeah.
Tonlé Sap's dependence on the Mekong River, for instance.
Makes it particularly vulnerable to changes in water flow, whether due to dam construction upstream or the impacts of climate change.
It's true.
It really highlights the interconnectedness of everything.
Yeah.
What happens far upstream
can
have a ripple effect on communities and ecosystems hundreds of miles away.
Exactly.
It makes you think twice about the impact of our choices, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
It reinforces the need for collaborative solutions involving governments, communities, and scientists working together across borders to ensure the sustainable management of shared resources like the Mekong.
So beyond Tonlé Sap,
yes,
what else should we know about Cambodia? What else does Cambodia have to offer?
Okay, so Cambodia offers a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
Our Lonely Planet guide paints a vivid picture of Cambodia's southern islands.
Ooh, islands? Okay.
Think pristine beaches,
nice,
crystal clear waters,
okay,
and a sense of tranquility.
All right, I'm liking this already.
That's hard to find on the more well-trodden tourist trails.
Okay, that's got my attention.
Yeah.
Which islands are we talking about specifically?
Koh Rong and Koh Rong Sanloem are the standouts.
Koh Rong. Okay.
Offering a taste of paradise without the overwhelming crowds you might find on other Southeast Asian islands.
That's a plus.
You can explore hidden coves, kayak through mangroves.
Oh, nice.
Or simply relax on the beach.
Sign me up.
And soak in the tropical vibes.
It sounds like the perfect antidote to the hustle and bustle of everyday life.
It is.
What else does Lonely Planet recommend?
If you're interested in experiencing Cambodia's unique blend of natural beauty and cultural heritage, they suggest heading south to the twin provinces of Kampot and Kep.
Kampot and Kep.
Yeah.
What's special about those places?
Well, Kampot is this charming riverside town, known for its laid-back atmosphere and its French colonial architecture. It's also home to the world-renowned Kampot pepper, which has a distinctive aroma and flavor that's prized by chefs around the globe.
You've piqued my curiosity.
Yeah.
I'm imagining strolling through a bustling market. The air filled with the scent of spices.
You're not far off.
How cool.
Kampot's pepper plantations are a sight to behold.
Really?
With rows of vines climbing up bamboo poles.
Wow.
And the pepper itself is a must-try.
Okay.
You can find it in everything from traditional Cambodian dishes to gourmet chocolates.
And what about Kep?
Kep is all about the seafood.
Okay.
Especially its famous crab, which is caught fresh daily.
Okay.
And served up in a variety of delicious ways.
So we're talking fresh crab, ocean views, and that laid-back Cambodian charm.
You got it.
Sounds like a winning combination.
It is.
But what about for those who crave a bit more adventure?
Okay.
Does Cambodia have anything to offer the intrepid traveler?
Absolutely. If you're looking to venture off the beaten path, Planetware recommends heading to the northeastern province of Ratanakiri.
Ratanakiri.
They describe it as an authentic outback Cambodia experience.
Oh, wow.
Where you can trek through dense jungles, encounter indigenous villages, and swim in the crater lake of an extinct volcano.
Wow. An extinct volcano.
Yeah.
It sounds like a place where you can really connect with nature.
Right.
And experience a side of Cambodia that few tourists get to see.
Exactly.
And for those who are fascinated by ancient history, Lonely Planet suggests a visit to the Priyavahir Temple.
Oh, yeah.
Which they call the mother of all mountain temples.
It's amazing. It's perched atop the Deng Krek Mountains.
Okay.
Offering breathtaking views across the Cambodian plains.
So you get the grandeur of ancient ruins. Combined with a stunning natural setting.
Exactly.
It sounds like the perfect place to contemplate the passage of time and marvel at the ingenuity of those who came before us.
It is truly awe-inspiring.
And the fact that it's less crowded than Angkor Wat?
Means you can really soak in the atmosphere and appreciate the serenity of this ancient site.
It's a special place.
This deep dive has been incredible.
It has.
We've journeyed from the heart of Cambodia's most vital waterway.
We have.
To its pristine islers, charming towns, and hidden jungle temples.
So much to see.
It's clear that Cambodia has something to offer every type of traveler.
It does.
But it's also clear that responsible tourism is key to ensuring that these treasures are preserved for future generations.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So to our listeners, we hope this deep dive has sparked your curiosity about Cambodia and inspired you to embark on your own responsible adventure through this captivating country.
Safe travels.
Happy travels.